All right, guys, today we're going to go through Target CPA, how to use it, how it works, when to use it, and what not to do with it. Okay, really important topic here. A lot of people get this wrong. And Target CPA, if I'm being honest, is a strategy that we use in our agency literally almost on everybody. Okay, it works really, really, really fucking well when you do it correctly. If you do it wrong, which I'll show you what not to do, then you're going to have problems. And that's when people get all screwed up and they get the campaign chokes or it just dies or nothing happens, or they try to move to max conversions and nothing else happens, or they get leads for $900. So there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. So first off, how it works. All right, when you have I'm assuming it's a new Google Ads account in a new campaign with no previous conversion history in the account. So how it works is Google will take your conversion history in the account now and optimize bids to get more of those types of conversions. So let's say you have in this example you're looking at right now, we have a detailer, mobile auto detailing, and we're using tCPA for him. So before I switch to tCPA, I'm using max clicks. So how it works is I use max clicks when I start my new campaign, and I get as many conversions as possible with max clicks. Now, usually Google's rule of thumb is you want to get between 20 and 30 conversions within a 30-day window. And then you're okay to use Target CPA. We'll do it's basically like the baseline, right? It's like 20 to 30 conversions within that window. However, the more conversions you give it before you flip it over, the better it's going to do for you. Okay. That's where people get this wrong. People will get like 10, 12 conversions, 15 conversions. Be like, all right, let's fuck it. Let's flip on tCPA now and let Google do all the bidding for us. And it's just not going to work as well, right? The more conversion signals you give it, the better it can do. So keep that in mind when you're running this. All right, so when to use it? Kind of what I just explained, right? When you have at minimum 20 to 30 conversions within a 30-day window is when you can use it. Again, this goes back to what I was just talking about. If you wait, have a little bit of patience, maybe wait 60 days and wait till there's 80 conversions in the campaign and then flip it on, it's going to work way better. You're going to get cheaper leads. You're going to get more volume. And it's going to work faster, okay? Because something a lot of people don't understand about tCPA is this is not a fucking light switch. You can't just flip it on and you're going to get whatever you set the leads at in a day or two, all right? It's a bidding algorithm. It takes time to adjust and learn, and I would recommend 7 to 14 days minimum before you make any changes. So set it to whatever you're going to set it at, wait 7 to 14 days. Now comes the next part, right? What do I set it at? Okay, here's where everyone gets this wrong, and they set unrealistic tCPA expectations. All right, so let's say this guy here, let's go into his ad groups. I have my tCPA set for $20, all right, and they're coming in on average at $18.63. Now, if I was going to set it at an unrealistic expectations, let's say this campaign is still on maximize clicks, and I'm getting a cost per conversion of $30. All right. An unrealistic expectation to set the tCPA at would be like $10. All right. Just because I randomly want $10 leads is not how you want to set this, guys. You're going to fucking tank the whole campaign. So please don't do that. All right. It's not realistic. Now you might be wondering, well, what I set it at? Okay. So you always want to set it for a little bit under what you're already getting the leads at, and then you can whittle it down from there. So if I was getting $25 leads with max clicks and I go to flip on tCPA, I can set my tCPA for $22, just a little bit, a couple dollars under what I'm already getting them at. See how that does after 7 to 14 days, and if I'm hitting my new target or below it, then you can come back in and lower it like I did here to 20, and I'll probably lower this again to like 19 and try to see if I can push it down. But he's got a nice, healthy lead volume, 90 leads in the last 30 days for $18 a lead, pretty much. So there comes a point where you just want to stop messing with it, and it's just one of those things that you gotta be careful. It's a balance, right, between lead volume and the cost per lead. You don't want to kill the campaign by dropping it too low. But my point is, don't set an unrealistic tCPA because you will choke the whole campaign. Impressions will stop, clicks will stop, and the campaign is just going to die. All right, and I see this all the time in Google Ad School when I audit people's campaigns. Google Ad School is a link below if you want to learn Google Ads for free. That's my spiel for you there. Visit, join. Again, free. So I see it all the time when I audit campaigns. People set a tCPA for $5 because their clients like, well, I want $5 leads. And if it's telling us that's going to get us leads for whatever you set it, just set it for $5. And that's not how it works. Okay. You got to balance all that stuff. So here again is a couple things of what not to do. And number one is set an unrealistic tCPA. Number two is not having conversion tracking set up correctly. It's a conversion-based bidding strategy, guys. You got to have your conversion tracking set up correctly. That means contact forms, call extensions, and calls from phone numbers on the landing page or website. All right. So those are very important things that you have to have in line when it comes to setting up tCPA. And again, there isn't more. Like there's no instant results. Like we talked about, 7 to 14 days is what you're going to have to do, and not having enough conversion data. Don't jump the gun. I'm telling you, your campaigns, if you're really running Google ads for a client or yourself for the long haul, just have some patience, man. Just wait, right? Don't just settle for the 25 conversions. Get to 50, get to 60, 70, 80. Like let it do its thing. Get as many conversions as possible, then flip tCPA on, and you're going to get way better results in the long term. I'm telling you guys, I literally have hundreds of active clients right now running tCPA. And this is our go-to strategy in our agency on how we do it. And it's very simple. It's just like I explained. We start every new campaign on max clicks. Then we flip to a tCPA and set the tCPA a couple dollars under what we're already getting the conversions at. And then from there, you can lower it down, every 14 days, lower it down a couple bucks or whatever. So you hit the tCPA where you want to hit. And then it moves to, all right, now we got to keep this thing on the rails. You got to work on your search terms. You got to do A/B split testing on a landing page. So it's always a constant battle to keep the campaigns running smooth. But when it comes to setting tCPA, if you follow the rules in this video, you're going to be just fine.